Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the 7-star Tera Fire Skeledirge Raid is now live in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm going to attempt soloing this raid using Golduck. Typically when I do these type of videos, I like to showcase the entire fight, that way you can see how I defeated the raid successfully. And in this raid, I'm going to be using Golduck with Skill Swap to try to beat Skeledirge here. So, yeah, to start off, I am running a more bulky spread on Golduck. Calm nature, max HP, max special defense. I feel like it is kind of crucial to live in this fight more than deal damage. So as long as I live, I should be able to deal the damage I need to do. That's what my hopes are, at least, because this is really my first time doing this variation of the raid. So I'm gonna skill swap here, and then I'm gonna go for Amnesia. And of course I can get a little unlucky at the beginning here with special defense drops and such. I mean, that is just part of how the cookie crumbles, but I'm not gonna really worry too much about that. I'm just gonna try to focus on living. So I'm gonna go for 2 Amnesias here, just get my health up there. I mean my defenses, excuse me. And then from here, I think I'm actually going to go for a heal cheer. That is a little unfortunate with the special defense drop, but it is going to happen. And this has to be somewhat consistent, I think, for it to really be usable in the solo. I mean, I do feel like in a group for sure, Golduck would be a pretty decent option. That heal cheer is pretty weak, but can't really do much about that, unfortunately. That's just how it's going to be. I'm going to go for a surf just to get some damage off and potentially heal up, but it might not even have registered my attack, honestly. Okay, it did. Alright, so I do get a little bit of health back here, I think. Pretty much I just have to live this part. If I live here from the attack, I should be okay, because my ability is back now. Yeah. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to go for Amnesia. And I think I'm in a better position now that that first part of the fight is over. Okay, goes for Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for another Amnesia here just to continue to bulk myself out. That's kind of my goal. Yeah. And then, depending on what it does here, I might go for another heal cheer. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a heal cheer. Okay. Hopefully I get a decent amount of health back, but it is pretty much going to be random based on luck here. That's a pretty decent amount. I would say that's pretty significant, honestly. So that puts me in a pretty good position now to start setting up nasty plots, which is what I want to be doing to go for damage and also getting healing back with my Shell Bell. This is probably one of the more ideal situations you want to be finding yourself in throughout the fight. Okay. I'm gonna go for one more nasty plot. Just get my attack up there, and then I'm gonna go for Surf to try to get some of this health back, and hopefully I'll be in position where I can be like healing back more than I'm getting dealt damage. Okay, Surf. A little bit of chunk of damage. Oh no. Actually, that's not good. I might die to the Stomping Tantrum. Okay, actually, I'm going to go for one more heal cheer. Definitely need a little bit more health here. Please. Okay. That's probably the best I'm going to get, unfortunately. So it is pretty much going for the Stomping Tantrum, mainly because it knows that special attacks aren't doing virtually any damage to me. So this is kind of problematic for me, but I think once I Tera, that's really when my healing is going to start ramping up here. So I kind of have to just roll with the punches here, because this is really all I got at this point. Okay, so I think I live this. And luckily enough, I can Tera now. And I think this will allow me to actually get enough health where I don't have to be so scared about the stomping tantrum. I got fairly lucky here. Maybe a defense cheer could have been nice, but also I think maybe the heal cheers could have been higher, of course, right? And also there's a chance, if I'm not mistaken, for this move to actually miss. Just, I don't remember. I don't think it's 100% accurate if I remember correctly. But yeah, fortunately the Tera comes in pretty clutch here, allowing me to actually live. And now I can kind of get some of this health back real quick with Surf before I set up one more nasty plot to sweep. Yeah, honestly, this is it's a little spicy. I do feel like it is a little spicy, the Golduck, but I think in a group especially this would be a really nice support to help out the fight. There are other moves that can get to help out for support. I mean, it gets Simple Beam as well, Clear, Smog, Chilling Water. I mean, Chilling Water is not going to be too crazy in this fight. It does help reduce Stomping Tantrum, but I mean, it even gets stuff like Screech if that's something that is needed in the fight at some point. I'm going to do one more nasty plot just to go for this full sweep. And I'm curious how much damage it does to Skeledirge here. Okay, Stomping Tantrum. But yeah, I mean, the whole goal with this build is just not to die. If I don't die, then there's a really good chance the fight is going to be a win. Yeah, so that's a crit. It doesn't really matter though. It's pretty much going to be game. And yeah, if this video was helpful at all, or you found this interesting, please hit that like button. It does help my content out a lot here on YouTube. And I'm just finishing up the battle here. I'm trying to think what ball I'm going to catch this in. I know I have a couple special ones available. But yeah, also consider subscribing to the channel. I do post raid guides here pretty much for every raid boss, varying from very easy solos to stuff that's more treading the line of spice like this. This is the one I just ended up sticking to make work. And I do feel like, you know, this kind of proves it can work, if anything. I mean, it's not as close as I thought it would be. I thought I would be bringing it down to the wire here, but there's actually a decent amount of room left on the timer, which is a good sign that this could be fairly consistent based on maybe a little bit of RNG elements as well. I mean, I was feeling a little pressed there with some of the heal cheers, but to be honest, the heal cheers could actually even be worse, or there could be crits or more special defense drops. So I'm sure there might be times where this might fail, but I think the key thing here is if you die with Golduck, you pretty much just reset, because you need to have Unaware on as your ability. Otherwise, the Skeledirge is just going to set up with Torch Song and completely sweep you regardless. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to catch this guy here in the fastball, just because it matches and it's kind of like the opposite of this Pokemon. But yeah, thanks again for tuning into this video, and definitely on your way out, please hit that like button. And with that being said, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.